time for the real. I don't know if y'all can see this, but one of my dogs is literally right here at my side. Hello, Pecan. She's one of the Authentic Selling University mascots, by the way. She is believing in you and believing in your business. Prada is the other one. So, now Prada wants her turn. Prada's like, did you give her food? Okay, Prada says hello too. Put your head up here. There we go. Say, I believe in you and I believe in your business. I love you. Okay, so we're talking about getting lucky. Not that kind of lucky, but lucky in business. And I asked you 2 weeks ago to give me 17 weeks. 17 weeks is a long time. But the promise of that was at the end of 17 weeks, my dogs, at the end of 17 weeks, as sure as my hair is red, you're going to have more customers and make more money. That's a pretty dang big promise for free content, if I do say so myself. So we're on week 15. Now, you can still join us. You can go back and watch the last 2 weeks of ASTV and then stick with me because it's coming, y'all. Getting lucky in business, you may remember, doesn't mean, oh, I went to bed and I had the best dream and I woke up with money. Nope, not what that means. It means that you are ready for the opportunity when it arises. It means that maybe you manifested the opportunity. It is law of attraction, manifestation, a little bit of hard work, and when Oprah calls, you're ready. That's what it means. We're talking about the abundance of options we have to learn and to grow our business. Business is. Think about it. So it's March, right? I don't know when you're technically supposed to plant flowers. Probably not March, but I always think of flowers in March. So we're on the internet streets and let's say we're going to plant flowers, right? Now, I don't know how many species of flowers there are. Let's look it up. 400,000. That's a lot of options. And I feel like when we enter the online world, full of excitement, full of courage, full of possibility, ready to make a real impact on the world and on our lives, it's like there are 400,000 choices of what we can do to learn. Just because there are 400,000 options, you still have to use your noggin, your head, to figure out which ones work for your climate. Similarly, you have to use your head and your experience to figure out which classes are right for you. So I'm willing to bet that you have taken a class or 2 or 3 to help you grow your business. This is class number 1, okay? I took this marketing class. Things are a little bit bigger. Not necessarily clear, though, kind of fuzzy. So I better add something on. I better take another class. So I add something else on. Oh, holy cow. These are my actual prescriptions. I can kind of see out of this, but it's also making me a little seasick. So maybe I learned something like, for example, maybe this class was a marketing class and you learned about building a website or social media. And then maybe this class was a Facebook ads class, okay? And then you're still not making money. You're still not finding customers. So you take a YouTube class. Okay, I'm YouTubing, I'm websiting, I'm social media-ing. It's not working. And I've spent a lot of money, but I have found it. I have found the promised land. I found somebody who swears if I take their class, their total business class, I'm going to be a multimillionaire. I mean, they make that promise, right? So I take the class. Take the class. And now I'm feeling really, really deflated because I've spent a lot of money on these classes. And this class right here promised me I'd be a millionaire, a multimillionaire actually. And I'm not. And I'm embarrassed and I'm ashamed. And my outside influences are saying to me, we got to have some money. We can't just keep throwing good money after bad decisions. And you look around. You're looking. And everybody else seems to be crystal clear, having all this success. So you got comparisonitis. And you've got all this knowledge, all these things, but you can't see clearly the path to find customers, to make money, and to run a business that you love. In fact, you're feeling a little bit like you traded your 9 to 5 for a 24-hour job. You're working every chance you get. And so you work one-on-one with a coach for a whole year for $50,000. And at the end of that year, things are looking shady. I'm not telling you this stuff is bad, by the way. I'm not telling you it's wrong. But I'm telling you, like, this is not going to work. Let go of the cycle of shame about this stuff. Yes, you spent a lot of money. Okay, does feeling shameful about it make it any better? Yes, you spent a lot of money and it hasn't worked for you. Not it didn't work for you. There's a difference, a big one. Hasn't means it's still possible that it will if you just have the right thing. What would happen if you flipped the script on that and you said, you know what, that marketing class, I did learn what an opt-in is. And what if you did a little digging in that millionaire class or multi-millionaire class? You say, I did learn and experience what a good community is. And I learned some steps to become a millionaire 4 times over. And what about in this, whatever this was, Facebook ads class, you learned, I don't want to do Facebook ads yet. You know, knowing what you don't want to do, sometimes it's just as impactful as knowing what you do want to do. So let's flip the script. Instead of being ashamed, let's wear them proudly. Let's wear them proudly. Now, once you're there, once you're like been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and I am proud of my course graveyard. There is no shame about my course graveyard. The question becomes, what do I do with all this? Is it possible to make all of this work? And the answer is, wow. Ew, made my nose run. Hell yes. Prada even came over here to tell you, absolutely you can make all this work. That's all of these are not a lost cause. So how do you make it work? How do you make all this work together? Well, I'm willing to bet that even though all of these things promised more customers and more clients, or some astronomical amount of money, that there's one thing missing from these. And that is an actual sales plan. Why do I think a sales plan's missing? Because you wouldn't be here if you had a sales plan. The black and white definition of the word selling is the exchange of money for a product or service. Think about that. The exchange of money for a product or service. What does that mean? Truth. You can be the best marketer on the planet. Truth. You can have taken $100,000 in online business education. Truth. You can be the best at what you do. Truth. You can know in your gut that you're meant to do this. Truth. Without sales, none of that works. That's not a Kendrick line. That's not a line I made up to sell stuff, y'all. Look at the definition of the word marketing. Yes, I'm word nerding on you. The definition of the word marketing has the word selling in it. The act of promoting and selling your services. Marketing does not exist without selling. And when you try to make marketing exist without selling, you end up with this. And this doesn't do what it's supposed to do. It can't, because the definition of selling is the exchange of money for a product or service. I am telling you, as sure as my hair is red, we can make all this work, but not without a sales plan. Right now, you've got all of these assets, but you don't have the key to make these assets work. You are literally like Doctor Who. You are expecting this police box to carry you across the universe like magic. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. What you need instead is a map. This is a map that Halliana drew for me of the high school when I went on parent night. You may not be able to see it because it's in pencil, but she literally drew me a map so I wouldn't get lost. That's what you need. You got all these things that are on the map, but you don't know how to get there. You need the map. You need selling. Because selling is the exchange of money for a product or service. And when you have selling, this stuff starts to work together. Let me show you. When you add selling into this mix, suddenly you can see. You don't necessarily need all that stuff right now. We're going to find a way to make it all work. But suddenly you can see the path. You have the map. You can see. And just like I don't wear these outside, I wear these. And I don't need anything else because they're prescription. That's what selling does. There's no confusion. I know when I'm going outside, I'm going to use one of these two things. Just like you're going to know when you are closing customers, you're going to use one of a couple of options. You're going to have a map. And just like when you are on social media, if you choose to be on social media, you don't have to be, you're going to know to put on one of these. But not all of them at the same time. Authentic selling is the thing that makes all these glasses work. It is your map. Instead of looking for marketing magic or having marketing dysfunction is where you've taken all these marketing classes, but you still don't have customers or as many customers as you would like. So instead of that, suddenly you know how to find customers. You know what to do to read the map. We literally make a sales map for you. You know what to do to read the map so you can find customers. You know what to say on social media so that it sells. Not in a way that's icky, silly, slime, gross, crusty, musty, rusty, dusty, but in a way that feels good. And all of a sudden, instead of being in that sea of sameness, whoops, she's out of frame. You get to be the buffalo. What does be the buffalo mean? Buffaloes run away from the herd when it's storming. Not into the herd, not the way everybody else is going. They go the opposite direction. So when you're the buffalo of your business, you jump out of that sea of sameness. You jump out of that sea of shame. And you finally land in that sea of authenticity that we've been talking about for the whole year. All this stuff that you've done, it's not a mistake. Now you've got the right ingredients. The only thing missing is a sales plan. And a sales plan that works for you. And you know what? That's what I do. And selling does not have to scare you, because the buffalo's not scared, y'all, when it's running away from the herd. Because right now the buffalo's upside down. The buffalo isn't scared, though, when it's running away from the herd. The buffalo is the star of its business, the expert of its business. What would happen if you decided to be the buffalo? Instead of running the way everybody else does, instead of running your business the way everybody else does, what would happen if you got a map that allowed you to never look at a blank page and get copy again? That allowed you to understand what's been missing from all of this? I'll tell you what would happen. Just like Doctor Who, you're going to take off. You're going to fly, darling. Your business is going to soar. What would happen if these were like ingredients of making bread? And you needed them all. They were all helpful. Some, whoops, that's not where that goes. Yeah, there's an art to this. Some may be more expensive than others. And sales was the yeast that makes the bread dough rise. What would happen? Your life would change. Your business would change. You'd finally get to do what you set out to do. And I know you've heard promises before, but I'm going to tell you that's exactly what we do inside of Authentic Selling University. Read the reviews. Read the testimonials. Come with me on this journey because I'm there with you the whole time. And as sure as my hair is red, you're going to find more customers in a way that works for you. You're going to close more customers, which means you're going to make more money. And you're going to create the freedom to do what you love, all while helping people. Check out Authentic Selling University. See you in class. I believe in you, and I believe in your business.